Rodri, a player whose name might not scream superstar to the casual fan, but has become absolutely indispensable for Manchester City. Calm, consistent, and quietly brilliant, Rodri has been the engine of one of the best teams in Europe. But is this understated midfielder ready to go from unsung hero to Ballon d'Or winner? Rodri's role at Manchester City might not always make the headlines, but this past season, he's shown why he might just be the world's best midfielder. In a season where City achieved their first ever treble, Rodri was at the heart of everything. But what exactly did he do to make him a legitimate Ballon d'Or contender? Let's dive into the incredible season that Rodri had, and why he deserves to be crowned the best in the world. Rodri's key role in Manchester City's treble. To understand Rodri's impact, we need to start with Manchester City's dream season, winning the Premier League, the FA Cup, and the Champions League, a historic treble. This wasn't just about City's attack or Pep Guardiola's tactics. At the heart of it all was Rodri, the midfield anchor who kept the team ticking. In Guardiola's system, the holding midfielder is the most critical position. Pep often says his team is as strong as the man at the base of the midfield. And this season, that man was Rodri. Game after game, Rodri displayed incredible composure, vision, and anticipation, breaking up plays, dictating the tempo, and controlling possession. Unmatched defensive stats. Rodri's stats in defensive areas were staggering. This season, he led the Premier League in interceptions and ranked among the top players in recoveries and tackles. He covered immense ground, closing down opponents and filling gaps before they could be exploited. But Rodri's game is about more than just numbers. What sets him apart is his timing and ability to read the game. He seems to know exactly when to step in and when to hold back. And that positional offensive contributions, the goal that changed everything. While Rodri is often celebrated for his defensive work, he also delivered one of the most critical goals in City's history. In the Champions League final against Inter Milan, the match was deadlocked until Rodri's beautifully placed shot broke the tie, securing City's first ever Champions League trophy. That goal became the defining moment of City's season, and it came from a player known more for his tackling than his shooting. This wasn't just a goal, it was a statement. In the biggest game of his career, Rodri stepped up when it mattered most, showcasing that he's more than a defensive powerhouse. He's a complete player. Rodri's intelligence and passing range. Beyond his defensive and occasional goal-scoring contributions, Rodri's passing range and vision are what truly elevate him. This season, Rodri's accuracy and creativity helped City dominate games, allowing them to control the pace and style of play. He had a pass completion rate of over 90%, consistently finding teammates in tight spaces and setting up attacks. Whether it was a quick 1-2 to break a press or a long ball to switch play, Rodri's passing choices were consistently smart and effective. He has an uncanny ability to make the right decision under pressure, and his distribution is the backbone of City's possession-based style. Mental strength and consistency. It's easy to get lost in the numbers, but what makes Rodri truly special is his mentality. This season, he played more minutes than almost anyone on the team. His stamina and consistency are unmatched, and he never seems to crack under pressure. Rodri has often spoken about the importance of mental resilience, especially in high-stakes games. Whether it's the opening match of the Premier League or the Champions League final, Rodri's focus and confidence never waver. And that level of consistency is rare, even among the world's best. Comparisons to other Ballon d'Or contenders. So how does Rodri's season stack up against other Ballon d'Or contenders? When we think of recent winners, it's often the flashy forwards, the Messis and Ronaldos of the world. But in this season, Rodri's impact on City's success is hard to ignore. While others might have more goals or assists, Rodri's influence extends across every facet of the game. Unlike other contenders, Rodri isn't just a scorer or a creator. He's the glue holding everything together. His versatility and work rate mean he affects every phase of the game. This level of impact from a midfielder is something we haven't seen since players like Xavi or Modric, who won the Ballon d'Or by redefining what it means to control a game. The case for a midfielder winning the Ballon d'Or. Historically, the Ballon d'Or has favored attacking players, with only a few midfielders taking home the award. But the game has evolved, and Rodri represents the modern midfielder, one who defends, attacks, creates, and scores. If the Ballon d'Or is truly about recognizing the world's most influential player, Rodri has to be in the conversation. Rodri's unique skills and legacy. Rodri's unique combination of defensive tenacity, offensive intelligence, and unbreakable consistency has redefined what a midfielder can be in modern football. He's already etched his name into Manchester City's history, and he's only getting better. If he wins the Ballon d'Or, Rodri will join the ranks of elite midfielders who have left an indelible mark on football. It would be a testament not just to his season, but to his influence on the game. This season, Rodri proved he's more than just a cog in City's machine. He's the one making it run. The goals, the tackles, the passes, all point to a player at the peak of his powers. As City fans celebrate their historic treble, the football world is watching and asking, is it time for a midfielder to lift the Ballon d'Or again? Whether he wins the Ballon d'Or or not, one thing is clear. Rodri's season will be remembered as one of the great performances by a modern midfielder. And as he continues to reach new heights, the sky's the limit for this Spanish sensation.